Welcome everybody, welcome to Dune Awakenings. How are you doing today? Sorry I'm a little late. I already got screamed at by a follower. I'm so sorry I'm 20 minutes late. I'm in the process of baking. I'm baking a shepherd's pie, dude. It's been a long time since I've baked a shepherd's pie, but I'm baking it. That shepherd's pie might last me till like next week, something along those lines. But yeah, so right now it's in the oven. So it's about, I put it in the oven around 110, 115. I would say maybe an hour. I gotta check up on it, so I might have to take a 5 minute break, a good hard 5 minute break to check on the food and start the next process, which is put the topping on it, which is another crust, so potato crust. And yeah, so that's a thing. But meanwhile, I am here. I am in the game. So gotta forgive me, real life stuff happens. And I kind of felt like having shepherd's pie today. Let me, yeah, he was screaming at me. Wow. Okay, today we are going out there. Do I want to... I mean... 74K. 74,000 water. It's not bad. Okay, Papa. Okay, well, yeah, yep. In about an hour, remind me around 2 o'clock. Around 2 o'clock, I gotta go check on the pie. Check on my shepherd's pie. I'm trying to do it as cheaply as possible. I got cheap food ingredients for it. Usually I would use mashed potatoes with topping and, homemade mashed potatoes. But this time around I just used what I had in my kitchen, and the only form of potatoes I had was, hush puppies or hash browns, as you guys would call them, or whatever. So I thawed out my hash browns and mushed them down and then baked them till they're nice and crispy. At least, because they're now flat and mushy. At the bottom of the pan, and then I started proceeding. I just finished putting the toppings in, which is mixed vegetables, followed by some kind of a mystery meat. I don't know what it was. Yeah, it's gonna be one of them questionable dinners I'm gonna be having for the next several days. So while all that right now is simmering, I put a foil on top. So while all that is simmering in the oven, I'll be here. And then when in about an hour, I'll put the other part of the mash, the mash on top, which is going to be the hash browns mashed down again. And yeah, and then bake that till it's nice and crispy, and then let it cool down enough so I can have myself a meat pie, a mystery meat pie. Yeah, don't ask me. I have no idea what the mystery meat is, but it was in my refrigerator, and what's left of the stuff. Man, I got 40 minutes. So in case of sandstorm, I'm gonna have to go with this little guy so I can. Oh, hold on. And last night, all I did was transport a lots of different stuff from here back to the Hagen Basin. So you'll find pretty much everything is empty for the most part. Maybe except for a few things. Now, look, the 74,000 is now at 0. So you'll find that, yeah, pretty much everything has been taken back. I'm prepping, being that today's the last day in here for the week because tomorrow is Harco. I'll be in Harco tomorrow, so I gotta make the most of it. Okay. So I know I get less spice with this little guy, but at least this little guy makes it convenient. In case of sandstorm, I can just pick it up and hide somewhere. Or, when it's 2 o'clock and I gotta take a 5-minute break, I can stick it in my gun and go to the nearest island, stick it in my gun, and I'll be in my little tent for that 5 minutes. Shadow? No. Yeah, Shadow and I, we're trying to rebuild our trust into each other right now. Because I still don't trust her with being on the bed because of her illness. She took her last day of her medication was this morning. She seems a lot better, like a lot, but she seems to still want to willy-nilly just hike up and eat just wherever. And that includes my bed, and I can't have that, so I'm trying to allow her to be on the bed, but it's making me paranoid that she's going to pee all over the bed. So, but in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to give her 2 weeks to see if her behavior changes for the better. If it doesn't, back to the vet we go. Oh yeah, I totally choked. Sorry about that, guys. That was me choking. Okay, that looks like a spice field there. What is this? Alright, so... Is that a medium spice field over there? Alright, let's take a look at that, because last thing I want is to leave the PvE area. That almost looks like a medium spice flow, which is good. Now I can fill this thing up to full capacity. Oh, great. Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. PvP zone. God damn it. Wow, this is way out here. I mean, land is relatively close to it, so in case of emergencies, I can always hop over there. That's nice to know. Oh, I'm thinking it's right there and it's right here. Alright. Oh, crap! Oh, I can't believe this. Oh, how stupid! What the fudge? Okay. Well, I fucked up. Oh. I'm just so kicking myself in the fucking ass. Oh. Why am I sheltered? I was considered sheltered right there? Really? That's interesting. Nice to know. Well, at least I can take back 2,500 and whatever I can carry in my backpack. Maybe not. Right. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. You know what? Fuck. Ah. Fuck. Fuck. I'm gonna drop a lot of that once I land. Is he still around? I hate to say it. I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna drop that. That and these two. Keep everything else. That still leaves the majority of my inventory. That was still left. That stuff was left over from my. I was out treasure hunting late last night. Once again, I was doing that off camera. I almost died to a worm last night, by the way, and I should have had that on camera. That was a close call too. Ah, I was actually very bored, and then when that happened, that woke me up like you wouldn't believe. I was just like, oh shit, I'm awake. I'm awake. 'Cause I was on the verge of falling asleep. And I was not paying attention and I got reckless. Yes, even that happens to the best of us. So as a result, I nearly lost everything. Almost, but not quite. The worm was like, gotcha! And I'm like, like, hi, buddy. I knew you were going to pop your rearing head sooner or later. Okay, looks like he's... Wow, that worm's not too happy. I did not want... there was a lot of worm activity. I was not going to risk it. He's going away from me. Alright. Okay, storage in my copter is full. Now it's a matter of filling up the backpack. And that did it. Backpack is full. Come on. What? Like, why can I not go into my ship? That kind of freaked me out for a minute. Okay, there is a base over here. I can actually dip into that base and take 5 minutes to go take a look at my food that's cooking. Yeah, by the time I get to his base, it'll be time for me to go look at the food. Okay, we're finally crossing over into PvE. Oh! That's going to be a spice field that's about to blow. Yeah, I love it when it bubbles up like that. It looks like he's waiting for it. It's all his. And that's the explosion. Is there a... Wow! Nice digs! Wow! Alright, I'm gonna sit myself down at this beautiful set. Wow! Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let me, it is... Yeah, it's time. It's time for me to go check on my, mystery meat pie. And, I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't think it's done, but I went ahead and I put the topping on the top of it, and it is 2 o'clock on the dot. So I think around 2:30 ish, um, somewhere around in there, we're going to check that, because I put the foil back on top of it, even though I put the tots on. But at 2:30, I'm gonna check to see if that's pretty much thawed out and cooked, or whatever cooked through, and then I'm gonna turn around and leave the cover, the foil off, so it could get nice and crispy on top. So yeah, so and that'll probably be another 30-40 minutes, somewhere around in there. So that was a pretty cool looking base that I got permissions to be in. Yeah, she still wants to go like underneath my bed to use it as a cat litter box. She's literally destroying the floor underneath my bed right now. And I don't know what to do about that, quite frankly. So yeah, I'll pop up and around 2:30. This is a kind of unusual little island, or big island. And that's, next to my base. Oh, we're here. Wait, hold on. Looks like, everybody else is here. Papa, why aren't you here? Come on in, Papa. Oh, still don't have water? Really? Alright. May have to, just go ahead and stick it in the salt copter for now. Let me, put everything else in the salt copter. And take that back to Hog Basin. So I can get that processed. But it's almost nighttime, so I don't want to go on a virtually almost empty thing. So I'm going to... those two items in. How much? Okay, virtually the entire. Okay. As long as I got it. Empty inventory. So now we're gonna do some treasure hunting. Because I really don't, that was way out there. And I just don't really feel in my time right now. I gotta stay relatively close to base. At least until after I'm done cooking, at which point then I can go all ham and go out and do stuff and things. But right now I'm just trying to stay close to wherever I can just, you know, at the drop of a hat, you know, be able to go out there and take a look at my cooking. Ooh, someone's not happy. Is he coming this way? There he is. He's over there. I do have to be more careful. Last night taught me I gotta be more careful. Okay, there's two right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here and start putting stuff in here. That sometimes I would get a lot of. I'll get more of those, I think. It's not so much at this point, it's not so much about weight, it's about what I get and how many I get of it. Where's the... Oh, there it is. It's like, where's the other one? I knew I saw two. And this is how you treasure hunt, folks. Always make sure that the compactor and the scanner are like right next to each other. And I can just rotate between the two. Makes it a lot easier. Now you can do it without your handheld scanner if you want, but it does make things a lot easier. That other one was over here somewhere. There it is. Wow, there's a lot over here. I've hit the jackpot. Ooh, that had blueprints in it. Imperials? Still boots. Well, that was real stupid of me. I thought I had landed. Well, in a way that was a hard land. But yeah, I landed. Oh, there it is. Oh, jeez. Backpack is full. Alright, that got rid of a lot of it right there. I hate that goddamn rubber banding getting stuck on the ship. Luckily, the worm was not around when that happened. How much can I get in there? I'm a little mod deep mouse. Gonna be my little buddy. Oh no. Drop that, drop that, drop that, drop that. Okay, I was able to pick up 3 of these items. Okay. So I'm kind of officially full. And it's daytime. So this is a nice haul of treasure. Oh, it's like right above me. Where did it fall down at? Or did it? Okay. All in all, I mean, not a bad haul. I mean, look at all that. Got a fair amount of loot. Stuff for me to dismantle, too. Get more loot. Yeah. Dismantle it. Dismantle that. Dismantle that. And learn this. Imperial. Steel boots. It's gonna be kind of like a dump chest, so to speak, in a way. Empty out my inventory. And now I'm gonna put it all in. Except for that. Should put in all the heavier stuff first. 121 volume. Take that out. Take that out. 6.3. That's 0.7. 2.7. 0.4. Take that out. 25. 1.5. 1. 2.7. 5. Take that out. Anything that's under 1 volume, I'm taking out. And anything over 1 volume, if I can fit it in there, I will put it in there. It's 0.4, 2.5. That's 0.4, 0.9, 0.4, 3. It's 19 volume. 4 volume. 4.8. 4.8 is higher than the 2.2, so I'm going to take that out in favor for the 4.8. 2.4. It's 1.6. That's 1 volume. 2.1. 13. It's 1.5 in favor for 13. So effectively, in theory, a lot of this I can carry in my backpack. Why can I not? It's weird. Oh, now you're doing it. All right. Should I? Shouldn't I? I'll hold on to those for the time being. Alright, now that I figured that out, when I get back, I will head to Hagen Basin with this load. So I'll be right back, folks. I gotta go check on the food. Alright, so the potatoes look they were all nice and mushy a little bit, so I mushed them down to flatten them out so they don't look like hash browns, so to speak. And it's just a matter of waiting for those to brown out and crisp up at this point, I think. Um, okay. It is 2:42. So I think around 3:15, 3:20. I'm probably closer to 3:15 to go check, see if they're browned and nice and crispy. And then once it's done baking, all I have to do is cut it to squares and put in individual serving bowls, and I'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday meals. And I'll have everything from potato to vegetable to mystery meat. And the only reason why I call it mystery meat is because Food Line has got this pre-cooked meat available, and in this case it claims it's, beef tips. It's not a lot of them, but it's better than nothing at all. So, and it was pre-cooked, so I grabbed it. In other words, it was already cooked, so I don't need to cook it for very long. If it was normal meat, I would have, probably had to pre-cook it on a separate pot or something before meshing it all together. But in this case, since it was already supposedly quote unquote pre-cooked, I didn't have to do that. What the hell? I didn't even press go. It just took me all the way in. What the hell? Did the update take place already? So I didn't have to press anything. It just took me in. Wow. Let's see what happens. No? No. Okay. I had to press it that time. Alright. Yeah, so once it cools down a little bit, all I have to do is cut into squares and then, put it in serving bowls and label them and put them in the refrigerator, and that's my food for the week. Normally I would not book with the mystery meat. Normally I would do something like hamburger, and then I would then create a brown, make a brown gravy to go with the hamburger. Or sometimes not at all. Sometimes the hamburger creates its own juices, so to speak, when it's cooking. Of course, it's all brought together by butter and salt and pepper. So that's what I seasoned it with. Butter, salt, and pepper. Is that spice up there? Almost looks like spice right there. What the hell was that? That brown... What? 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 What is going on with my base? What? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, I'm locked up. Well, I guess my computer's like, well, you know, if you're baking, then I want to relax. Yeah, this is not good. Looks like, yeah, the only way for me to do this is do a hard shutdown. I don't know what happened, but it happened. Oh my god. Alright, so, this is gonna be a brief, but short video. Sorry, guys. Maybe an hour and a half there. Yeah. So, do me a favor, like, follow, subscribe, and I'll try to get back on as soon as I can. Most likely until after dinner, but I'll try to get back on as soon as I can. Alright, everybody, we'll see you all later. You guys have a good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Bye, everybody.